Hi again. So we're here again today. Let's do some more makeup. And again, we have Rocky in the background here. I just let him out of his cage for his playtime. And I may bring him over here in a little bit. But let's get started. So Wes and I, we were gone all day in town. We went a few towns over, did some shopping. Went and seen his grandparents, had a good day, and now he's in there doing his homework, and I'm going to make a video. So, here we are. Alright, and I'm totally not situated here. I just hopped on here real quick, so it is what it is. So, I have some baby wipes here. I'm going to take my makeup off, and then we'll start over. So, wipey number 1. Typically, you guys, I would wash my face, but these are here, so we'll just use these. I know this is super boring, but he's back there chewing on a sponge that I left up there. I was in here cleaning the bed earlier, and I left that sponge. I should probably get it. He probably doesn't need to eat that. It probably has cleaner on it. Hang on. Let me go get him. And excuse my giant mess back here. I've been cleaning and going through laundry and things, and there's a lot of laundry I need to fold. So, don't look at my laundry. Come here. Don't eat that. Okay. So, here's Rocky. I'll let him hang out over here with us for a little bit. He's pretty tame. He may get up here and get into stuff, though. He may not. I don't know. He a lot of times gets over here on the bed and runs around. And for those of you who may not have seen my last video, you can go back and watch if you want. Quit that. He's a rescue. I've had him for about a month, maybe a little over a month, and he's almost ready to release, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to release him or not because he's so tame. And I have multiple animals in this house. Sorry, I hear my husband. I told him not to come in here. So we'll see if he remembers. But anyways, y'all, I have 6 cats and 4 dogs. And then him. I have no children. I'm 32. It's just me and my hubby. We just got married. Okay. So it's just us and the animals. And so I don't mind to have him a little longer. But anyway, back to my story. Those of you who don't know Rocky, I'm a hairstylist. I've been doing hair for about 12 years. So a lot of my clients I've known for like a million years, or I went to school with them, or I live in a very small town, so everybody knows everybody, or you're related to them, or whatnot, you know. Everybody knows everybody. So a client of mine, I've known her forever. She calls me, tells me she's got this little guy. I go to get him. Long story short, here we are. So, because he was so young when I got him, he was about 4 weeks, I'm guessing. I still had to bottle feed him, so he's become very tame, as you can see. So I do worry about, sticking him out in the wild. I don't want him to die out there. So I don't really know what I'm going to do to release him. Like if I'm going to have to introduce him slowly or what. I'm going to have to do some research. Because my others, as I stated in a previous video, I only had one other like this that was young. And I actually tried to keep him for a while until he just got to where I couldn't handle him anymore. But then the others he's my 5th in total. I got them old enough. I only had them for like 2, 3, 4 weeks, and I was able to let them go. They were like, couldn't really handle them, and I tried not to handle them a lot. They didn't really need bottles and stuff like that. Or the last one did, but only for like a week or 2. He was like right there on the brink of being ready to go. So I only had him for a couple weeks, seems like. So he wasn't near as tame as this one. So that's Rocky's story. And he's still here with us for now. So we'll figure it out as we go. I've had a lot of animals in my day, and you always it's kind of like kids. You just figure it out. Or you can do some research, ask someone else. Always call the vet's office. And also, those of you who did not see my last video, I am from Alabama. I live here in Alabama. So there's a lot of people who end up with little critters like this. I know there's some laws protecting them and stuff, but around here, squirrels are a pest to most people. They get in people's sheds and they chew their electrical stuff. They get in their cars, get in their attics and their walls and whatnot. A lot of homes are older here, so yeah, it's easy for squirrels to get in. So most people don't care that I have him. And the vets around here have bigger problems to deal with, like wildlife. And most of the vets around here also do like cattle and horses and things like that. So a squirrel is like no problem. They're more concerned with people that have like raccoons and possums and things like that you're really not supposed to have, because they can like bite your fingers off. So anyway, okay, I'm rubbing my face off. Okay, so here we go. I'm gonna throw my hair back real quick. Clip. He really likes my hair. When he was little, well, he was just little like 2 weeks ago, but when we first got him, he really liked to nestle in my hair. He don't do it much anymore, but he'd get right here and nestle under my hair. Okay, let me move those. Oh, all right. So I have several eyeshadow palettes. I don't have any from Farmasi yet, but I do have some from Naked and some other ones. So we're going to play with those today. Hang on, y'all. I've got something going on over here. I did not get all that mascara off. It would probably work better if I had some makeup remover or some oil or something. Micellar water, something along those lines, but I don't. Because like I said, I typically would take my makeup off in the shower. So I didn't want to have to get in the shower and get my hair all wet and all that before I got on here. I'm going to take a shower after. So, hello, Rocky. Sorry, y'all. I know this is so boring. It's like 10 minutes of me wiping my face. Okay. I think I got it. Ow, 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 ow. I'm sure Farmasi probably has some makeup remover wipes, but I will tell you, I do like just the micellar water that comes in the, not the wipes, but the actual regular original micellar water that you squirt on your wipey. I like that one. Okay, I think I got it. All right, come here. So, all right, let's start out with foundation. Again, same as I said in my last video, I don't have any primer right now, and typically I would use lotion, but again, my lotion is behind my phone. It's what's propping my phone up. So we're just gonna go with it. So we're gonna start, and I will warn you, he might get on my head. So he likes to crawl all over me. So yeah, if you see me grimace, that's why, because he's probably scratching me somewhere. Their little nails are really, really sharp, and I actually tried to clip them the other day, but I didn't want to hurt him, so I just barely cut off the ends, like just the little sharp points, like the tiniest minute, and it was better for a day or two, but now they're back sharp again. So, all right, and this is Farmasi, same one I used in my other video, light number 1 CC cream. Love this stuff. Excuse me, sir. Would you like some makeup? No, 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 no. Get up there. You cannot eat it. Okay. And I just like to go in, sir. Rocky. I'm telling y'all, he's so tame. Like, I don't think I'm gonna be able to release him. Or if I do release him, I'm gonna have to like give him to the zoo or something, so that he'll be contained and not around other predatory animals. Y'all, just so you know, he's not being aggressive. This is how they play. Squirrels play with one another. I know you've probably all seen Powerline and squirrels hopping across. They're playing, and he doesn't have anyone else to play with but me. So this is what he does. So my husband does play with him some, but my husband is currently he's currently a student, so he's in there doing his schoolwork, so he doesn't always have time to play with him. So I try to let him out in the mornings before I go to work, and then when I get home. And then he usually comes in here and plays with him at least once during the day. This is why in my last video I left him over there. It's because he climbs all over me. Won't you get on the bed? You're just going to put your booty in my face. Okay. I've ruined him, y'all. He's not aggressive though. He doesn't bite. He will nibble a little, but it's also, like I said, it's their form of playing. So, I'm his best bud. As he gets bigger, some squirrels get really big. So, the very first squirrel I had got really big. We had him for a couple years actually, because same as him, he was just so tame. I just was afraid to release him, until he got completely mature. And I did end up releasing him because they do eventually reach maturity, And just like any other male animal, you know, they get all their hormones and they can get kind of aggressive. So I eventually introduced him to the outside, and he took off real quick. And we have bird feeders outside, so they always have a place to come back and eat. So that is one bit of reassurance, is he'll probably hang around here. So, all right. So foundation, and then I bought some concealer. I really liked it. Here we go. This one. And this one is the light, whatever the lightest shade they have. All right. I really like this concealer, by the way. And I'm just gonna kind of randomly throw that on there. Just using my beauty blender. So I'm curious, does anyone else from other parts of the states, or from other parts of the world, wherever you guys are from, does anyone else have a pet squirrel? Is this common in other areas other than the South? Here in the South, I live in the mountains. So, well, technically it's the valley, but where I live, but I'm in between mountains. I live technically in the Rocky Mountains. So, there's a lot of wildlife here. Like, I have a friend, she actually worked with the vet's office, and she had a baby raccoon one time. I can't tell you, quit that, how many times you find like chicken truck chickens, you know, on the side of the road. Or another friend, a client of mine, actually, she's a doctor, and she also is a big animal person like me. She's rescued a lot of animals. She currently has 3 or 4 baby possums, because on the side of the road there was a possum that was dead, and she was gonna, I guess, clean it up or move it out of the way or whatnot, you know, whatever, and it had babies in its pouch. So she's taking care of babies right now. Hey, you can't eat that. So it's not really uncommon around here to have a little critter like this. A lot of people have chickens, which is not wildlife, but you know, my dad raised chickens for years. I've had my hand at chickens. Pretty much everyone around here has had chickens or ducks. We have a thing called Trade Day. I don't know if there's that other places, but it's basically like an outdoor flea market. You just rent a booth, and there's a lot of people there that sell animals. A lot of chickens. But I think it's just on Saturday. Maybe Saturday and Sunday, Friday and Saturday. I don't know. But anyway, I always went on Saturday. And a lot of people sell stuff like that. Yes, I am curious to know, do other people have wildlife like us around here? Come here. Come here. Don't be running around on the floor. I don't want him to run around on the floor because I don't want him to think he can. I have cats. I do not allow the cats in here because obvious reasons. What I was saying earlier is, as he gets older, he will probably get bigger, and he'll be able to fend for himself a little better, even just in the house against the cats and stuff. Although he's already fairly feisty, he will slap my dog in the face, or one of my dogs, Charlie. Charlie likes to know what Rocky is doing, and Rocky doesn't want him in his business, so he just slaps him. Charlie don't care. So I think he's learning already to fend for himself. So maybe if I do release him, he'll do okay. I mean, I'm sure their instincts kick in, even if they've been handled or not. They learn. It'd be really cool though if he would come back to me. Like if I could call him, or if he'd come up on the porch, if he'd hop on me. That would be really cool. Probably won't happen, but okay. Foundation, powder, concealer. Taking this little peach palette that I just got from Farmasi. Looks like this if you didn't see it. And again, y'all, my brushes are a million years old. They're not fancy. They're not really expensive. This one's a Morphe brush. This is probably the nicest brush I have. And it's not super fancy. So we're going to go in bronzer first. Or I'm sorry, contour. I keep wanting to call it bronzer. If I can do this with him. I may have to put him back over there. Okay. We're just going to go right here. And like I have said before, I have a very round face. So I like to kind of cut this corner out a little bit. Don't eat that. Because I'm a little more narrow here. So I like to try to kind of come right here. Okay. So those of you with round faces, there's your little trick of the trade. Okay. And I also like to come right here. I'm about to put him over there, you guys. Driving me nuts. Okay, I do a little underneath because as you can see, I'm a bit of a chunky girl. So let's eliminate that. Okay, same over here. I'll go right here. And I like to bring a little color up in here because I am so fair. I don't really like to do a whole ton here because my forehead's not super huge, so I just kind of bring it up in the corners. And again, I just make like the number 3. And I just blend that down. Okay, let me put him up really quick because he's driving me crazy. Let me see if I can get him here. Come here, Rocky. Come here. Oh, God. And if you didn't know, squirrels can be a little emotional. Like I said, he's pretty tame, but again, you have to realize he's still a wild animal. So, you can't really just grab him like you could a cat or a dog. But anyway, I was going to give you a close-up. This is what, he's just a regular old gray squirrel. He's about 8 weeks old. Just a little guy. And he's starting to find his voice. This morning, he was making all kind of what I call little honks. They kind of make this little honking sound. That's the way they communicate. And they also bark. It's this really funny little sound. It's literally like a tiny bark, and that's also how they communicate with one another. And the honking is kind of a dominance thing. When he's wanting me to be still or quit touching him, he'll honk, honk, honk. You'll hear him. But anyway, that's Rocky. So I'm going to put him back over here, and you guys can still see him in the background. He's chattering. A fun fact about squirrels as well, if they are marking their territory, they will stomp. And as he gets older, he'll do that more. He's yet to do it. He's not done it yet, but in time. In good time. So let me hop up and take him back over here to his little play area over here on the dresser, and we'll finish. So tell him bye. Tell him bye, Rocky. Give me 1 second. Stay there. Stay over there and play. Okay. Oi, I'm back. Okay. So, he really destroyed my hair, man. So y'all can watch him in the background there. While we do the rest of our face. Okay, so we did contour. Alright. Same palette. We're going to go in with the blush right here. He gets crazy sometimes, you guys. But it's fine. He's over there with his cage. And last night when... What was that? I don't even know what I was saying. Oh. That just busted. Rocky, you can come in. Careful, careful, glass.
Right, do that?
Yeah. You'll have to get the frame. Careful. You're that boy, Rocky. Okay, Wes is going to clean that up. So, welcome to the world of wild animals. Alright, why don't you play on the bed? Go on. Look, you want this grapefruit? Here. I have a bowl of grapefruit there. Go get it. Eat it. No. Oh, dear God.
Oh, you got it.
Okay, so y'all can just watch. Thank you, dear.
You're welcome, mate.
Careful.
Oh, my head.
I'm still recording, so
I know.
you're
That's
welcome.
why I'm not saying any dirty words.
Oh, well, you're welcome to come say hello. Are you going to introduce yourself?
They know me.
This is Wesley.
No, I was talking about the internet. If they,
Oh,
yeah, there's naked pictures on there.
probably. I would not doubt that. In case y'all didn't know, I have the best hubby in the world. I didn't even have to holler for him. He just came in here and started cleaning it up. Oh, and babe, make sure the glass went over there on the laundry. Did you clean it? I should have moved that jar. He knocked something else over too. I don't know what it was.
It's a little trapezist right here.
What?
It's a little trapezist.
Trapezist.
Trapezist. That's what I said.
Thank you.
I'll be back.
Okay.
I'll be back.
Okay. Y'all, that's my husband Wesley. He's very funny. And he is from a town over, 2 towns over, from the mountain. So, I'm from the valley, he's from the mountain. So, although we both have southern accents, his is different from mine. And I have a hard time understanding him. And he also, there's a story on him. We can do story time here in a minute on that. Oh, I have some. Rocky loves Wesley. I think it's because he's taller than me.
This is a trapezist.
Trapezist. There's something in my eye.
Is it your finger?
Yes. Wesley, I was just telling them how you are from the mountain and I'm from the valley.
I'm from the valley too.
No, you have to go up the mountain to
I'm
get.
from the other side of the mountain.
I know.
Other valley. Squirrel the valley.
You're not supposed to tell where you're from on the internet. They know what state we live in.
Okay.
Okay. Well, they don't know where we are currently, though. Yes, he is from Scottsboro, Alabama. You have to go from where we're at up the mountain and then back down to Scottsboro. So technically he is from the valley, but you have to go over the mountain. But I was telling them how your accent's different, how accents differ from town to town or city to city around here in the South. And even state to state. It's very interesting. All the girls I work with were all from different parts of this county. And we all sound different. And then we have one girl from up north. And she sounds very different. Okay. Sorry, I think I got powder in my eye. Okay. Are both your parents from Scottsboro?
My mom was from Pisgah.
Oh yeah, your mom's from the mountain. Your dad's from Scottsboro, right?
Yep.
My parents, my mom is from New Jersey.
Joyzy.
Yeah. She moved here when she was 15, I believe. Whoop. My dad is from the mountain. He's from a little community called Fisher. So he has a very thick accent. I actually have trouble understanding him from time to time.
I understand her daddy, but her daddy don't understand me because I talk like I got a mouthful of ketchup.
This is true. My dad told Wes that one time, that he spoke like he had a mouthful of ketchup. I don't know why he said that. That is not a Southern term or saying. It's just something my dad said. I don't know why.
It's just how he felt.
It is how he felt.
He felt like I had a mouthful of ketchup when I was talking.
Because you do sound like that sometimes.
I sound like I have a mouthful of ketchup.
Yep. Most time. What was that?
The broom. The handle came off. Handle jet.
Oh, also last night on my video, I got cut off because my phone was trying to update in the middle of my video. And I was to the part where I was telling them that, you don't like when I wear makeup.
I don't like when you wear makeup.
He doesn't. So, why is that?
I'll tell you when I get back.
Oh, okay, he's leaving. We'll do story time on Wesley after a while, or maybe in another video. He has a whole story as to why he talks that way. But anyway, you guys, I'll update you. So I did the highlighter out of the 3-in-1, and then this is the Farmasi brow powder. This, I believe, is light brown. So, just
I don't
my
like it
eyebrows.
when you wear makeup because I think you're pretty without it and you're just covering up that pretty face.
So romantic.
Oh.
Are you getting that with a wet rag?
Yep, because that's how you get rough glass up with a wet rag.
Yep. Fun fact, y'all, if you ever bust a glass like that, sweep it up, pick up your big pieces, use a wet rag or like a Swiffer wet, and it'll get all the little tiny pieces up that you can't see.
That way your kids and your dogs don't come to you later crying.
Yep, because it hurts.
Or your wife. If she
Yeah,
cries.
because this is true. I find all the little things that we miss like that. My toes find them, don't they? My toenails. I like to break my toenails off. Wes doesn't like it when I talk about nails or injuring your nails. He has a weird thing about that. I hope he put that squirrel up. He did not.
She's a good manicurist too. See, look at my toes.
He does let me paint his toenails. I just got that color today. And
Listen to.
I do. He always lets me paint his toenails. He does not care. And a lot of times we have matching toenails. That boy's good to me. He's silly. But he's very good to me. Sorry, y'all. I gotta grab my mirror here. I can't see. So that was Wesley. We've been together. December will be 3 years. We just recently got married in February. So we are newlyweds. So there's that. Alright, so I did my brows. Alright, let's choose a palette. I have a lot of eyeshadow palettes here. This one's actually a knockoff Naked palette. It looks real, but it's not. But it's real close to the colors. So there's that one. I like that one a lot, actually. I also have another knockoff Naked, the Cherry palette. A lot of people sell these around here. Ooh, that one's broken. Ooh, I just had a little piece fall out there. This one actually is not my favorite because, again, I'm so fair. Can you see these colors against my face? See what I mean? Like, these colors are a little more flattering than these colors. So I don't use this one a whole lot. So we got those two. Ugh, I just broke a piece. That'll be a mess. Alright, this is the Essentials 2 palette. That one, I like this one, although I don't really use these colors, again, because they're so vibrant. So I typically use like that one occasionally, but this top row mainly. So we may go with that. I like that one. It's got a good sparkly one in it. And this is the original Essentials palette. I like this one as well, but again, I don't really use these vibrant ones, and I'm not a huge fan of black. Now, I used to. If you'd caught me 10 years ago, in my younger years, that would have been my go-to. That one and like this sparkly one over here would have been, and probably that pink, which I do dab in that pink occasionally, but I probably would have worn this green as well. And you can see I've used it maybe once. It's really pretty. If you swatch it, it's real pretty. But I'm old, and those colors just aren't as flattering on me, I feel like, anyway. But maybe one day we'll do a look like that. Okay, so let's do the Essentials 2 palette, because this one is not a knockoff. I got this in one of my BoxyCharm boxes. And I'll show you what I usually do here. Alright, let me get these guys out of the way. Alrighty. And y'all, I'm not going to do all Farmasi today, as you can see. Just so I have a little more option. I'm going to order some more from Farmasi. But I do have a lot of makeup, so we're going to use it. Alright. We're going to try this. I got this in a BoxyCharm. I've used it a time or two, but not super familiar with it, so let's try it. This is an eye primer. Alright, and a dab will do ya. So, let's just do that. Ooh, this stuff's sticky. Oh, I don't know if I'll like that. I don't like it to stick like that. Well, too late. So let's just put this on there, and we'll let it dry a little bit and see. Oh my god, I can barely get that spread, man. That feels weird. I don't know about that. Okay, hopefully Rocky will calm down a little bit over there. I can't see him in the camera, but I can hear him. Oh, he's on top of his cage. Sorry, y'all, it's hard for me to know right here. It's hard for me to know which way to go. It's backwards on the camera. Okay, so let's take... Good God. Sorry, I have to find the brush I like. My brushes are right here in this thing beside my camera. Alright, here we go. Alright, again, in my last video I showed these brushes. I think everyone owns these brushes, but I cannot remember the name of them. It's something Essentials, I feel like. But it's just, you can get them at Ulta, probably even Rite Aid or like CVS. But this one's a million years old. It's just a fluffy brush. Nothing fancy, okay? Just any brush will do. Okay. Alright, and I'm going to go into this one. It's called Beige. Alright, we're just going to go into that. I'm going to do the best I can here because I'm looking in the camera, so I can't really tell what I'm doing. But I'm just going to kind of do my everyday look, like when I do wear mascara, or I'm sorry, eye makeup. As I was telling you guys before, I'm a hairstylist. I've been doing hair for about 12 years. And a lot of my clients I have had for years. And like I said earlier, most everyone around here knows each other, or if you're like me, you're related to everyone, because my family basically founded this town. And there's a lot of Native American background here. Can't tell it by looking at me, but if you go a few generations back, 2 or 3 generations back, there's a lot of, like, my great grandmother was 100% Cherokee Native American. So everyone's just kind of from the same folks that were originally here. So all of us kind of grew up together. You know, we grew up playing outside with our cousins at our grandma's house. A lot of people were raised by their grandparents or lived with their grandparents. It's just how it was. I don't know if that's still as common, but around here, family is typically very tight. And family's kind of your best buds. I don't remember where I was going with that, but anyway. Alright, so I went in with the beige, and then I came back with a little bit of this clay color, and now I'm going to go in with this rose gold. Okay, and I just take a little brush, dab it into that rose gold. I really like this color. I'm going to go right here. I'm sorry, y'all, my lighting's not great. Because I have a lamp right here. Just a plain old lamp. And it's nighttime here. It's already dark outside. Hey, speaking of that, so the governor here is Kay Ivey. And she's an older woman. Not everyone agrees with her stuff. But she did pass a law that we will no longer do daylight saving time. So for years I have been like hoping that this would pass and that we would stay on summertime time and not fall back, because it gets so dark so early here. I'm talking like by 5 o'clock it's dark. Like turn your headlights on, it's dark. And by 6, 7 o'clock it's like pitch black. It's really annoying. Where in the summertime it really doesn't get dark till about 7:30, 8 o'clock. Especially in deep summer, like June, July. It's 8 o'clock before it gets dark. And I remember even as a kid, like Mama would let me stay out, you know, even into the dark. And I would catch lightning bugs and put them in a jar, and I'd let them go when I got done playing and had to come in. But Mama would let me stay out in the summer until pretty much all day. That was way back in the 90s though, when like it wasn't so weird for kids to be outside. And no one would just walk up in the yard and take you. I mean, I'm sure there were accounts of that, but not like it is today. I don't know that I would let my kids just go out and play by themselves like I did when I was a kid. I mean, Mom kept an eye on me. You know, I wasn't allowed to go out the yard, but we had a pretty good sized yard, about an acre. and I could ride my bike. And my neighbor, we had old people on both sides of us, and the neighbor to the left of us actually had a really flat paved driveway, and I would use her driveway to ride my bike in. And she had this old dog. I think it was a Saint Bernard, and I would play with her. Cannot remember her name, the dog's name. My neighbor's name was Mrs. Collins, and she was pretty old back then. I'd say at least in her 80s. And I'd always take her newspaper to her. She probably didn't want it. It was them newspapers that like they just throw out in your driveway. That come in a little plastic bag. You know that they. I don't know if they still do this. I don't really get newspapers anymore. Things have changed so much since I was a kid. But used to, you would get just a paper wrapped in a rubber band in a little like plastic clear bag, and they just throw it in your driveway. I haven't seen one of them in years. They probably don't even do them no more. Or if they do, it's in town. And I actually live on the outskirts of town. I live in a little neighborhood like right on the city limit. So they may not bring them this far. If they do, still do that. I don't know. Okay, so same colors under my eyes. And there's a color here called chocolate brown. I just did a little of that. Let's do a little bit of a smoky eye. Let me find a brush. Okay. This is actually an elf brush. This, again, I've had forever. It looks like this. It looks angled, and it's not really. It's because I've had it so long. That's just where I use it, I guess. It's tilted over. So, but anyway, I'm just going to use that, dab in this chocolate brown, and I'm going to come right here. I hear my dog. That's Charlie. Or, well, it's probably Frank. Charlie and Frank are Wes's dogs, actually. They came with the package. He had them when I met him. They are litter mates. They were the last two of the bunch, and he said he couldn't decide which one he wanted, so he just took both since they were the last two. So he has brothers. They are Husky Lab mixes, and Charlie looks more lab, where Frank looks more husky. And Frank is kind of my baby. And Charlie is definitely Wes's. And then I also have two dogs when we met. I still have them. It's Betty and Franklin. So we both had Franks. Mine goes by Franklin, though. I've always called him. I actually call him Frankle. And he is a little blue Merle Pomeranian. He's really small, and he's 10 years old. I've had him for a long time. And then my other little dog is Betty. And she's 11 years old. She was my very first baby I ever had. I was young when I got her. So, my babies are old. And Betty is actually starting to get cataracts. And she can't hear very well anymore. Because used to, if someone even passed the house, she would just go nuts, man. Nuts. And she doesn't anymore. She can't hear it. Which is kind of nice. Just because she doesn't bark all the time. But at the same time, it's sad. Because I know she's getting older. But hopefully, since she's so small, she is a Chihuahua Yorkie mix. She's just like a pound or two heavier than Frankle. So, they're both really small. I'm hoping they'll live a long time. Okay. So, y'all, I just did the chocolate brown, and I'm coming back with the rose gold. And just kind of evening that out, because I kind of went crazy over here. So, I'm just kind of blending that out a little bit. I don't know, y'all. I don't do much eye makeup anymore. So forgive me if this looks terrible. It's been a while. Alright. Let's see. I'm going to pick up this other palette. this regular Essentials palette because I'm actually going to go in on this black. Just a tiny bit. Okay, I'm going to take this little pencil brush. Again, I don't know what this is. I've probably had it for 10 years. It has no name brand. It's literally just a cheapy, probably dollar store brush. Little pencil brush. So I'm just going to ever so slightly dab in to the black. Okay, I'm going to have to use my mirror. Can y'all see? I'm going to just come in, almost use this as an eyeliner. And just add a little bit here. And I talked about on my last video, as y'all can see, I have very hooded eyes. So I can't do a ton because see that little bit of black that I put? Like my lid disappears. And my eyes are actually, you can probably tell just looking at me, they're shaped different. This one's saggier. Can you see that? This one's saggier and this one's a little smaller. This brow is higher arched than this one. It just is what it is. My whole face is like that. Even my teeth. Can you see? This tooth is longer. And then I got a little snaggle tooth there. It just is what it is. We're just people. We're all just people. No one's perfect. And even those who are very perfect, they got something. Everybody's got something. They got a crooked tooth or something. They got, like I said, an eyebrow higher than the other. Nobody's perfect. They got a weird pinky toe, weird thumbs, or either they've had something done to make them look very perfect. So we just work with what we got. So, and I'm sure there's a way with makeup to kind of make those look more even, but I'm just doing it on the go. I ain't that worried about it. So there's that. Okay, and now I cannot remember. It was so distracting earlier. I did some highlighter, but I don't think I put any on my cheeks. So let me go back with my Farmasi palette. Alright, fluffy brush. Dip into your highlighter. I don't know if I put any here. I don't think I did. And I think I told you in the last video, I'm not a huge fan of highlighter. I don't mind a little here and there, but I don't like it when you look at somebody and they look wet. So what I like to do is highlight, and I come back and kind of pat it out. Just to soften it a little bit. I do like a little bit of a glow. But I don't like to go ham with it. And y'all will have to excuse my nose. I think I even said in the last video, it is pollen season here, you guys. I don't know if it's like that in other states or other parts of the world. Pollen is bad here in Alabama. I don't know if y'all have ever seen that video. I'm not sure if it's in Alabama, but I assume it's somewhere in the South. When they cut a tree down, and it goes like this, and when it hits the ground, like the yellow just flies everywhere. Like it engulfs a neighborhood in pollen. And it's kind of like that around here. That really is how it is. So, I don't typically suffer with allergies. I've always had a house full of animals. I've always been outside. But, I don't know, the older I get, just the more it bothers me. So I'm sorry if I'm sniffly, as you can hear. Okay, so this is the same eyeliner I used the other day. Again, I don't know how to pronounce that, but this brand's pretty popular. Y'all probably seen this brand. So just any eyeliner. It's just a pencil liner. It's got a little brush on the end. I actually used this last night and really liked it. I don't know if I'll do that today since I have eyeshadow, but we'll see. But I like to go right here. I don't know if this is still a thing, if people still do the waterline, but I'm old, so this is what we're going to do. I can totally understand now. Like, I remember looking at my mom and my aunts and stuff and being like, they need to update their look. But, I mean, it's just wherever you grew up in. I mean, you can stay modern and stuff, but, you know, once you learn to do things, do your hair and your makeup, like, it just becomes part of your identity. Like, it's just, you know, kind of how you identify. Like, I have an aunt who for years and years and years, like, basically wore that shaggy style, like, that was real popular, like the Joan Jett, real short on the top, like, you know, to here, almost my length on the bottom, mullet-esque. And I know mullets are coming back, you guys, and that's fine. But she wore that forever and ever and ever. And that's just what she liked. She didn't really care if it was in style or not. So, okay, so I think that's all I'm going to do with my eyes. Okay, I'm going to come in with the Zen mascara. This is from Farmasi. I'm going to come back with my little mirror because I can't see that far away. I do have glasses that I usually wear, but I can't do makeup with glasses on, so. I really like this mascara, you guys. It is very wet. I think I said that the other day in my other video. But you just gotta be careful with it. Or you can always, like, scrape it, you know, so there's not so much on your brush. And y'all, if you want to order some of this Farmasi makeup, my sister sells it, and it will ship directly to you if you don't have a person. I'll put her link in the description. But this stuff is really fairly priced. And it's pretty good quality, honestly. And I don't sell this stuff. I'm not a spokesperson or anything like that. I just bought it and I'm using it because I like it. And I don't wear a whole ton of makeup, but I am a little bit of a makeup snob. Not as much as I used to be. I used to be that girl that, like, lived in Ulta and Sephora. Like, that was my favorite thing to get, was a gift card to either one of those places. That's what I always would ask for. And I've gotten older and I'm just not as, you know, life leads you in different places and your priorities become different, and, you know, I got married and stuff, so. But years ago, I, like, lived in makeup stores. Loved, loved, loved. That was, like, the only place I wanted to go to. Spend hundreds of dollars in these places. But now that I'm older, we're actually trying to buy this house that we're currently in. I have lived in this house for the better part of 10 years. I've rented, and my landlord is wonderful. But I finally asked him if I could buy it, and he was like, yeah. And he gave me a really great deal on it. So, you know, your priorities change as you get older, and I just don't buy makeup like I used to. So I really do like that the Farmasi is very cost efficient. Like, this palette, the 3-in-1, was, don't quote me, but I think it was like $18 or $20. It wasn't super expensive, and you get 3 things in it, so you can't beat that. I think this powder, again, don't quote me, but I think it was like $10 or $12. I also have this one. This is the color correcting one. We'll throw a little of this on here too. I've had this one, so this one's not new, so I can't remember what I paid for this. But anyway, most everything's under 20 bucks. You know, you can't beat it. Like that mascara, I think was $8. You can't beat that. Especially if you're used to high-end makeup. I can't remember how much I paid for the brow powder, but I think it was like 10. Like that, 12 maybe. I have paid a lot more for brow powders. So, okay, so now basically my whole face is done. Again, I'm going to use my Sugar Rush lip balm. I love this stuff. This scent is called Best Bud Peony, and it smells like cotton candy. I love cotton candy scents. Actually, when I was a teenager, anybody that knew me as a teenager, I literally smelled like cotton candy because I would buy that cheapy Walmart dollar store cotton candy. What is the name of that brand? It's that cheapy brand that they carry. Body Essentials or something like that.
I'm gonna watch television programs eating ice cream.
Okay. I'll be in there shortly. Anyway, I used to wear that cheapy cotton candy body spray. That's what I wear all the time. And to be honest, I've actually been thinking about seeing if they still make that. I think Dollar Store still carries it. Or carries one. And I might just go get some. It just smells so good to me. I mean, I know a lot of people probably think that's an obnoxious smell or a very childlike smell, but I just love the smell of cotton candy. So, who knows, I might go get some. Let's find a lipstick. I don't want to do a really bright lipstick because I have eyes on today. So let's do this one. This one actually, I think, came in one of my BoxyCharm boxes. Alamar, I think, is the name of this. Can y'all tell? I don't know. And the color of this is called Birthday Suit. And this one smells really good too. It smells kind of like vanilla. It's real sweet. And it's just a little gloss. Something outside sounds weird. I don't know what that is. Wait, went away. And y'all, I live very close to a steel mill. And those of you who might not know what that is, this particular company, they make steel. They make bridges, steel bridges. And you're like, I remember my sister one time said, why do they need a company for bridges? What do they do with them? And I'm like, there's all kinds of places that need bridges. They ship them out to different places in the world, not just here. But yeah, but outside sounds really weird a lot because it's not right close to my house, but it's like down the road, and it's really loud. They use very large machinery to move these big bridges around on their lot, and put them on trucks and stuff. So you hear giant noises and bangs and all kinds of stuff. So if you hear weird stuff, that's what it is. Also, last night I was talking about this scar on my head. I'm going to show you how to cover that real quick. You know, I kind of tried to dab into it last night. I don't typically cover my little scar, but I know a lot of people, or a lot of my clients actually have little things like this, or they're just thinning, you know, as they get older. So I'm going to show you, give you a little trick of the trade here. Alright, so I'm going to use my brow powder, because as you can see, it's basically the same color as my hair. Alright. You just want to use an eyeshadow brush or just whatever. Dab into it, and you're just going to dab into wherever that little light spot is. See? I had a client one time. I've not seen her in a long time. I'm not really sure what happened to her. But she fell off a horse. She was riding a horse, fell off the horse, and landed on her head on the concrete. And she had to have surgery, or I think she was in the hospital. I don't know. She got injured anyway. And it made her hair, like it killed her hair, felt like it did nerve damage. So in turn, her hair didn't grow back right there. And we used a very similar thing to this. Her and her sister both, actually, I did both her hair, and she fell off the horse, and the sister actually just had hair loss. She had alopecia, just female baldness, and she had a thing very similar to this, but it came in a little square palette, and she got it from QVC, and it was Joan Rivers. And I would do her hair, color her hair, and when I got done, she'd always have to go back to work. And when I got done, I would just take her little palette and you just do it all over the top of her head, and she'd bring me her little brush and everything. And then, pardon me, I'd style her out, and when we got done, she looked beautiful. You never couldn't even tell her hair was that thin. It's really cool. So anyway, you can kind of see that filled that little spot in there. And typically I don't do that because I don't really care about that scar. But for those of you who maybe have like a childhood injury or something, or for instance, actually the girl who gave me this squirrel was hiking and fell, and she has a big scar on her head, and it's right in her hairline, just like mine. It's right in her part, and she I don't think she does that, but it'd be great for something like that, you know, where you have a scar. She actually had stitches, if I'm not mistaken. So, but anyway, you guys, this is the final look. What do you think? And you'll just have to excuse my hair. I meant to tell you earlier, I don't even think I brushed my hair today. Today is Saturday. I went and worked a little bit this morning. I folded a bunch of towels. I put my color order up. Just went and did some stuff I needed to do. Came home, ate a little lunch, and then Wesley and I have been just gone to town all day. So I had my hair half back. I had a headache when I got home, so I pulled it down, and then of course you see me pull it back. And it's wind blown and everything else, so just pardon the hair. But I think the face come out pretty good. It looks pretty good to me. I really like this Farmasi makeup. I'd like to get some of their eyeshadow palettes, just so I can do a full face of Farmasi. But until then, we'll just use what I got. But it was nice. And I'm trying to see. Rocky's in his cage. So last night, on my video, I was like, I don't know where he went. And my video ended up cutting off because my phone tried to update in the middle of it. So I finally just was like, whatever. And Rocky was asleep in his cage. He put himself to bed. So I think that's what's happened tonight. He run until he just wears himself out, and he goes back and sleeps in his little sock that's in his cage. So he has gone night. But I'll try to do this again tomorrow. Maybe we'll do something different. Maybe I'll give you a tour of the animals or something. Do something a little different. I'll let you see Rocky again. And until then, if you have any comments or questions, let me know. Comment below. And we'll do it. So we'll see you next time, guys. Bye.